and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing the inverse color challenge. Now the two images you just saw, one screenshot from the movie Planet Hulk, and then I inversed it so I could have an idea of what colors I would be using. But the reason I am taking an image that is already made, that's set in stone of what it is because that way it's harder for me to fudge the colors. If it was a drawing that I had made, I could fudge the colors to make it easier on myself or cheat in some way, and I didn't want there to be any way of error in which that could happen. So, disclaimer, not my image. I didn't trace this. I copied it. So it did take some artistic skill to get the proportions correct, but this is a copy, not a trace, but it is from the original artwork, is from the movie Planet Hulk. So, disclaimer out of the way. Also, for anyone in the comments who might want to say, copying is stupid, no real artist should copy, blah blah blah. Copying is how a lot of people get started. And if you like an art piece and you just want to have some fun, go ahead and copy. Don't ever post it without giving credit to the original artist, though, or else that is theft. But yeah. Anyways, on to the actual video. So this one was interesting, and I realize now as I'm doing the voiceover, I have Copic markers about the same exact colors that I needed, but instead I decided to grab my, I think it's a 24 piece Crayola pencil set and try to make that work. And it did work to an extent. The coloring is not the best I've ever done, but it's pretty good. It's okay. But so you saw in the beginning I showed what the actual image with inverted colors looks like. And I looked at that, I studied that for a couple minutes, and then I didn't look at it while I was doing the drawing. So I knew basically what colors, but I didn't actually know what colors. You get what I'm saying? You're watching the video, you probably do. But yeah. Also, I had my light blue. My gosh. I sharpened it like 10 times. And it would not. It just kept breaking. And I know that just means the lead inside is just broken. But it's so frustrating because I got so done with it, I just stuck the lead back in. And you know, on colored pencils, there's always one side of the wood that's higher than the other. So I just colored the best I could with loose lead inside the tip of the pencil to try to make it work. I'm probably on a tangent, but I finally figured out how to do voiceovers on my video. I usually edit my videos down and then try to do a voiceover, and sometimes I go overtime and this and that and the other thing, and I'm just recording the voiceover and then I'm going to edit the footage down so it fits that. But anyways, I really enjoyed this challenge. It's kind of trippy to look at something you've done and then digitally invert it and go, oh yeah, that looks right. But this was really fun. I would suggest anyone do this. Just like, if you're in a creative slump, take whatever photo or whatever drawing or whatever and try to do the inverse color challenge with it, because it was really fun. And I realize that I have black paper, and I should have done this on that, because then things would have looked like more normal. I guess, inverted. The paper would be white instead of black, inverted, but I didn't. So, next time I do this challenge, and there probably will be a next time, my grandma's an artist, and she did this really pretty painting. I forget what type of flowers it was, but like you have the flowers and they're like purples and pinks and all these nice colors, and then the shadows are like deep blues and dark purples, and so it would be really fun to try to inverse that. So but yeah. Um Pressing really hard at one point, and so I took um the piece of cardboard, like if you've seen any of my watercolor videos or any of my painting videos, I use that as a base so I don't completely ruin my desk. I took that and just slid it under so I'd have a bit of a harder surface. Um, but yeah. Also, I don't know about you, but you'll see at the end, but I am rather impressed that I got that goldish hue um to Beta Ray's um hammer. For those of you unaware, I guess I should kind of explain the scene. So Beta Ray, I'm not 100% on his whole backstory. I haven't delved that deep into it, but I do know that he was worthy of Mjolnir, so either Thor or someone had the elves craft his weapon, and I forget what it's called. But so that's what he's wielding. So he's essentially Space Thor. Um, and it'd be awesome if he got put into the Avengers movies. He's a really interesting character. And then you have Hulk. And the whole premise of Planet Hulk, if you haven't seen it, is so if you haven't seen Thor Ragnarok from the MCU, you might not understand. Well, you. Okay, so they're on Sakaar, and in Thor Ragnarok, that's the world that Thor gets put on after he accidentally falls out of the portal or whatever. But so in this AU, Sakaar is ruled by some evil guy, and Hulk is sent off by the Avengers because he's too dangerous for Earth, and he trashes the spaceship he's in, and it goes off course and crash lands on this world, and he gets taken prisoner, and then spoilers, he helps defeat the evil ruler and becomes king himself and actually has a nice life. But that is what this is from. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing. Oh god. I'm talking way too much. Or I could just leave it in and you guys can see actually how weird I am. I'm just gonna do that. um but yeah, so that is what this scene is from. Basically, Beta Ray, which is the horse guy if you hadn't caught on, he gets captured, and like in Thor Ragnarok, there are gladiator fights, and that's what this is. So there's that. Also, back on subject of the drawing, which is why you're here. I forgot to add highlights in the eyes. Well, more specifically, I forgot to add in the pupils of the eyes. So in my drawing, they're a highlight. When you inverse it, it's the black pupil of the eye. So I just took my jelly pen and kind of dabbed it on top because these are colored pencils. They're kind of waxy. Jelly pen doesn't really like to go on top, so I just kind of dabbed it, and it was a small enough area that the white just kind of pooled there, and now it's dry, so it's not going anywhere. But that's how I did that. This was done with all Crayola, except I grabbed my black Prismacolor, and I used, because I don't have a black in my Crayolas. I don't know why. I also grabbed my white Prismacolor. I have two white Prismacolors, and I have one that's like a 3-inch stump, and I use it to varnish and kind of blend my colors together. Depending on what I'm doing, because sometimes you want full saturation and using white is not a good idea, but sometimes you are fine losing some saturation, and then that's what I use that for. I've been talking for a while. But yeah, this was really fun. I will probably be doing it again. If you would like to see more art challenges or more of whatever I do, don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're weird like me and ramble just like me, give the video a thumbs up. Comment down below what other art challenges you would like to see me do, or whatever else you'd like to see me do. But yeah, I will see you all next week. Bye, guys.